sitting in the I'm sitting in the Atlanta airport on my way back home from a couple-day planning session as Highline continues our second full year of construction in the Upper Peninsula. And just really our entire team couldn't be more excited about not only what we've accomplished, but what we're planning to do in 2023 and beyond, and particularly in the areas of Delta, Menominee, and Dickinson County. As everybody knows, we started our project in Delta County, and we've started to build into Menominee, and we have customers in Menominee County now, and we're also about to turn on customers in Dickinson County as well. And our plans for 2023, we intend to fulfill our 100% of our RDOF obligation in all three counties, which is very exciting. Combined with our RDOF build, our network build in the rural parts of the counties, Highline is also embarking on or providing service to the residents of the city of Escanaba. So all said and done, at the end of this year, we feel like Highline will cover 80% of Delta County with our service, and we plan to be very aggressive in pursuing additional dollars to provide service to as many customers as we can in Menominee and Dickinson County as well. So super excited about what we're doing, and again, fiber right to the home. We have over 700 customers in the Upper Peninsula right now who we've helped solve the internet problem at their house. So we're excited about that. The Broadband grant is a tremendous opportunity for us, because as you know from the information that you've done, research you've done on your own, or that Ryan has provided, is this particular grant defines unserved locations as having something less than 100 by 20, 100 megabit by 20 megabit, which really opens up a lot of households who were not included in our RDOF grant program, or haven't been included in any other grant program. So we're super excited about it. We've done the analysis. In the 3-county area, we believe there's an additional 3,000 homes that Highline can apply for Broadband grant money to serve. We've got an exciting story to tell, because we're an existing internet service provider. We feel like we can take the grant dollars, if awarded by the state of Michigan, put them to work immediately in our 2023 plan. The Broadband grant requires that we fulfill in 2 years. We feel like we've got a great opportunity to start in 2023. So the Broadband grant has a lot of scoring mechanisms. I believe it's a total of 250 points. But what we're here to talk about specifically is there are scoring points for digital literacy and digital equity. And I'll have Tanya, kind of fill in the blanks of what we define that as. And really, it's taking grant money from the state of Michigan, not only purpose for getting fiber in front of more households and then subsequently being able to get fiber to their home, but also investing back in your communities with these two programs, of digital literacy and digital equity. So, Tanya, I turn it over to you.
Sure. Thank you. So in addition to having the expertise in actually building and maintaining a fiber network, the Highline team has access and has expertise in actually how to use the internet technology. Established ISPs and, Highline's, their roots are being a traditional telephone company that's about 100 years old. Companies like this have always made sure that, their customers know how to use the internet and how to use it safely. So being able to support the community, not only with the infrastructure, but with the tools and the information to be able to leverage telehealth, online learning, online banking, the fun entertainment aspects of it. And with that, there's also a lot of information that we can share with your communities on how to use it safely. You see something every day in the newspaper or on the internet about how cybersecurity breaches have, impacted others. So we do help make sure that our customers know how to use things safely. Also, from a digital equity standpoint, we are an active participant in the Federal Communications Commission's Affordable Connectivity Program. We are aggressively promoting this, but we'll continue to do so. And this is where qualified residents can receive $30 off of their bill, off of their internet bill. And in tribal areas, it's $75 off. Another aspect of what Highline's, total package is today when customers sign up is we do have already built in online safety applications and parental controls. And it's so far I think we have like 95% of our current customers actively using these tools. And they are extremely important, again, for the safety aspect of it. And, parental controls so that our kids aren't just always, playing a game, but they're actually doing their homework or anything else that they should do other than playing a game or being on social media. And there are a lot of safety best practices that, we feel and believe should be known throughout your communities. We intend to do this by providing on-site and in-person training throughout your counties and townships. We're also committed to providing online training and instructional videos. So folks can do some of this, learning and education on how to safely use the internet. So they can do this at their own pace. So one of the things that we know that we can do is, work with you all to make sure that we can identify the places and the venues where we could conduct these types of trainings and the digital literacy. Also, we have the ability, should we win the grant funding in these areas, to also help provide some of the technology. If someone doesn't have the latest computer, having an area in your communities where Highline would provide that hardware, the computers and the printers and all of the different things that people need to fully utilize this. Social media opportunities is a ongoing training and learning, because it is just, the social media world has just completely opened up, and it's only going to continue to expand. And there are a lot of safety issues, especially as it relates to our kids, to make sure that we, keep them safe. There are some applications that you don't need to invite a friend or block a friend. They can just get access to you. So there are ways and tools to educate to make sure that we keep people safe. But there are also a lot of opportunities with social media to help work on professional growth, leveraging things like LinkedIn and Twitter in order to help communities, have better access to expanding their careers. We always have, and we will continue to outreach to schools and libraries throughout the county too, but there are so many other venues as well. If there's a senior center, even just your local community center, just really finding these places where we can conduct these training sessions and educate everyone on how to fully utilize it. So our ask and consideration that we're hoping that you will work with us on is we do need to have, a public-private partnership established. And this public-private partnership doesn't require for you to provide any type of funding. It really is helping us to identify those community segments and give us access to meeting places throughout your area so that we can do these sessions. And of course, as part of this, we would love your support in promoting these programs, these digital literacy and equity programs, that has your endorsement, that you are partners in this journey of getting, internet to everyone in your area, and then also how to use it safely and ensure that everyone has the tools necessary to realize the benefits. Bruce, do you have anything to add to this?
Well, I think that this is such an important part of not only the Robin Grant application, but I hope a lot of folks on this call recognize Highline's programs that we've had in place. For example, Teacher of the Month, we've done that consistently since we started. Being a business partner in your communities. It's one of the coolest programs that we have. All the teachers are nominated by either peers within the school, or the funnest part about it is when students nominate their teachers, and those submissions are so fun to read. We're doing first responder of the month programs to recognize those folks that keep our communities safe and healthy. And in addition to the other investments that we're making in the communities that we operate and that we will continue to do, my marketing budget is over $250,000 in 2023 to continue to be a good corporate citizen and give back as we grow our business in the communities. And so the scoring system of these grant applications, there's significant weight to community partnerships. And again, Highline is not out looking for money. What we're looking for is to get grant money to continue to invest back into your communities, and these digital equity, digital literacy programs, as defined in the grant application, have to be measurable. And so, that's where I work with these programs for us as we continue to work on getting the fiber in the ground and getting fiber to the home, continuing to be the best internet service provider that we can be. So our ask is letters of endorsement as well, and that we show the state of Michigan that we have, a relationship where we have a public-private partnership. And that doesn't necessarily, I would say, exclude any community from endorsing multiple providers. I think at the end of the day, the goal is the same. We have a very unique opportunity with not only the RDOF money that we've been awarded, the Robin grant money, which is $238 million, to continue to bring this type of infrastructure into the Upper Peninsula and create the idea of universal service where every household in your communities has access to something greater than 100 by 20 internet connection. And as Tanya alluded to earlier, I only have one speed. We offer the 1 gigabit up, 1 gigabit down, the fastest symmetrical service available in the United States. That's our product line. So we offer everybody the best you can get. And we're very proud of that. So, and then following up on that, the state of Michigan, the MyHigh office is predicting, as you guys have heard, maybe up to $1.5 billion additional broadband grant money that we are going to be actively pursuing again. I have this vision that in 3 to 5 years, I think there's 174,000 households in the Upper Peninsula, that every single household has access to a great internet connection. And I think from a collective community of the Upper Peninsula, what a great thing, right? What a great thing for everybody. So Highline is very privileged to be a part of that and helping out, the folks in the Upper Peninsula. So your endorsement and your support would be greatly appreciated to help us, continue to work towards that goal.
And I think it's also important to note that, you know, we're not relying solely on grant dollars to do the infrastructure or the digital literacy and equity programs. Highline has made significant private investment to accomplish this. In fact, I would say in the state of Michigan, we've probably done more of our private investment in order to, you know, get access to real internet in the Upper Peninsula and even the Thumb. So we have a lot of skin in the game for this to be very successful, and to use any of the grant funds in, you know, as the best steward possible. This just helps to expedite it, and it also helps to, you know, get more education out to your communities. We're going to do it and either way. So, but we would love to do it, you know, and leverage these grant dollars. Many of you hopefully do receive our monthly VIP newsletter. If you don't and you have your phone, and I'll also be providing this to Ryan to share, you can just take a picture of the QR code and sign up for the newsletter. We do it monthly, and it gives updates on where we're building, talks about the teacher of the month, also has a technology section on, you know, how to use the internet, and just any of the news and upcoming events that we're going to. Our newsletter list is growing, you know, every single month, and people actually ask us, oh, when is the next one coming out? So I encourage you to do this. We also want to stay connected with you, and our contact information is on the next slide. Could reach out and let us know if we can have some one-on-one calls to maybe more focused discussions on your particular communities. But we would like to, you know, establish and get some of these letters of identifying that you all, as the community leaders, will work with Highline to provide, you know, the digital equity and the digital literacy that is very much a part of the success of building a fiber internet network. And our contact information is here. So feel free to reach out and let us know if you have more questions. But at this stage, I know we've just given you a lot of information. We're happy to entertain any questions that you have right now.
Hi, this is Lois in Dickinson County. I have a question. I'm not fully up to speed on what the Robin grants, what's eligible for the Robin grants, but I guess I'm curious if any business locations would be eligible for any, you know, upgrade in terms of the internet that's available to them, or is this all focused on residential?
I would, hey Lois, I would say that the Robin grant is principally focused on the rural households, residential, that have been identified of having less than 100 by 20 service. That's not to say if there is a small business out in the community that is identified as an eligible household, that would qualify. So that's the short answer. It's again, it's the state has identified the houses that they deem unserved by that broadband definition, and that's principally the program. And this program is a bit unique because although there's a lot of different entities that are eligible to apply for these grant dollars, I think this specific program was purposed for ISPs to receive the money, you know, to get the infrastructure out into the community as quickly as possible to provide a better connection.
Thank you.
So aside from letters of endorsement, are there any other kinds of support that would be wanted? memorandums of understanding or board resolutions or anything like that?
Um, we have a template, a letter of support that we would be happy to email. I think certainly if the, memorandum of understanding, board resolution from any entity would be much appreciated. I think that what always keeps coming back to me is, and we're developing I guess I would call it a curriculum for both literacy and equity, in terms of, what we would, as an operator, how we would fulfill the measurable part of that, which is, truly conducting seminars on telehealth or cybersecurity or how to protect your home network, which is a part of our service, by the way. But all the things that go into literacy, which sometimes many of us take for granted, but there are folks out there who would benefit from a little bit of that education. And then the equity side of it does come into, certainly there's equity definitions, and internet access that relates to income equity or other equity definitions that we want to check those boxes as well, because we do believe that every household in today's society depends on a reliable internet connection. So Ryan, I think all the above, but anything beyond a support letter, which we'd be happy to email the template to everybody. So nobody has to do any work, just kind of fill in a couple blanks and sign it, would be appreciated. But anything else from that, I think that kind of falls into the one-on-one opportunity that Tanya talked about, and we'd be happy to do that because, like most of these grant programs, it's a very short window. The filing deadline, as you guys know, is March 14th. I mean, our internal deadline is March 10th, to bake in some cushion. And so that feels like tomorrow to me right now, as we have an army of people working very hard to, again, continue to get grant dollars into the Upper Peninsula for better internet access.
And one of the things with our curriculum, we definitely have some established, programs, but we also want to make sure it's customized to what your community wants and needs. So we also want the communities to help drive what they want to know, what they want to learn. And I think that's a bit different than some of the other digital literacy programs you've seen out there. They're just very cookie cutter. We really intend to make it extremely focused and extremely customized to what your communities need to know, need to learn. So we're very excited about this.
Are there any other questions for Bruce and Tanya?
So I have a question. Is for anybody in the call, is there any digital literacy activity going on?
You kind of cut out. So Bruce's question is, do you know of any established digital literacy and equity programs in your communities today?
This is Amanda Winnicky at Menominee County Library. We're doing several programs with digital learning and digital education in our community. We're doing outreach both at the library and at a couple of our township halls. And you're on my list. I'll give you a call next week and we'll talk about how you can tie in with some of the things that we're already doing and what we've been outreach to township halls with getting public access Wi-Fi at those locations and working to use them as meeting locations. So perhaps we can work together on a couple of those issues.
That would be fabulous.
I will give you a call and we'll set up a time to talk next week.
Great.
Hi, it's Carolyn Stacy Escanavo, Public Library. I'd also be very interested to speak with you. We just finished this week presenting classes from Connected Nation. We don't have anything else formal going at this time, but it is work that we do in the library every single day. So very interested in learning more about how we might work with you too.
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we will continue to keep everybody up to date on our progress, writing the grant, and Ryan, we'll again continue to lean on you for outreach, which we always appreciate your support to connect us with leadership in the communities, and I'm sure we're going to need some more help along the way as we grind towards March 10th. And by the way, I would just throw this number out there. I mean, we know we've identified all the locations within the Robin grant today, and we think that there are it's 6,997. So we'll round it up to 7,000 locations in the Upper Peninsula that we think that we can use these grant dollars to kind of bolt on to our existing network plan. And, because it's always a mystery of, I answer that question, Tanya does too for me almost daily, is, well, why was my house left out of your, current grant program? And there's no answer to that question, just the, kind of the mystery of the FCC, I guess, to some extent, how the locations were selected. But the state of Michigan is really doing a pretty good job in helping to continue to fund money into, and again, for us, it's just all about getting more money into the UP. That's our goal. I mean, we operate a little bit downstate in the thumb, but 85% of my network, our network is in the Upper Peninsula. So we want to be very helpful.
Well, Bruce, I'm glad to be a partner, and I'll be sure to get that information out there for you and continue making connections to our regional partners.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And I will provide you, Ryan, the PowerPoint so that you have that and can distribute it.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you all for your time this morning. I hope you have a great weekend. Hope you guys stay warm. I'm in Arlington, Virginia. So while it's cold, it's by no means definition of the cold that you guys have.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye all.
Take care. Bye. Thank you again, Ryan.